Quick Crypto, bringing you quick Kaspa news. Just like I warned you in my video yesterday, the crypto market is now taking a nosedive. Bitcoin is bleeding and Kaspa and the rest of crypto for that matter is following in suit. This is a major warning as indicators suggest that Bitcoin may continue to regress even further. I'll be getting into some of the reasons for this heavy correction in the market in a moment, as well as explaining what I believe this means for Kaspa and why Kraken and other exchanges like tier 1s haven't listed Kaspa yet. Quick disclaimer though, it's not financial advice, do your own research, and my aim for this video is not to spread FUD, just to inform you of the current ongoing developments. So firstly, if you watched my video yesterday, which I highly recommend doing so if you haven't done so already, I highlighted numerous reasons for this potential worst case outcome scenario that we're experiencing right now. One of them, and in my opinion a key driving factor for this market crash right now, was the US inflation worries intensifying following Jerome Powell's speech that the Fed is hesitating on interest rate cuts in the near term. Basically, Powell's comment highlights that the Fed is reluctant to lower interest rates soon because the Fed needs clearer signs of inflation stabilizing before considering a rate cut, which is bad. It's very bad. The decision is closely monitored by investors in crypto and other risk asset markets, and because of this decision, it directly impacted the SOFR, the Secured Overnight Financing Rate. This is big news. Just in, the SOFR jumps to 5.4%, the highest level ever recorded in history, which is very worrying. A sign of how bad the financial market is right now. For some clarification, what this effectively means is the interest rate banks charge each other to borrow money overnight, a key indicator of how easy or hard it is for banks to borrow money, has reached a new all-time high. It has become more expensive, the most expensive it has ever been. And this has impacted the overall economy, slowing it down as banks are less likely now to lend to businesses and consumers. That's one of the reasons why the market is struggling right now. No wonder crypto is crashing. But that is not all. Dr. Martin Heisenberg, Uphold Director of Research, posted that he heard from Frankfurt, Germany, that several banks have delayed offering Bitcoin ETFs until markets improve. Quote, cycle top may be in. This kind of panic move often comes before a turnaround, but manage your risk accordingly. This is a very, very big warning sign. And now we can see here from Arkham, an update from the German government that they are selling their Bitcoin up to $175 million worth. In the past 2 hours, the German government has moved 1,300 Bitcoin, equivalent to $76 million, to exchange deposits at Kraken, Bitstamp and Coinbase. And they've also moved 1,700 Bitcoin, $99 million, to address 139PO. These funds are likely moving to a deposit for institutional service, or OTC. This is getting so bad that Tron founder Justin Sun has offered to buy all Bitcoin from the German government in order to minimize the impact they're having on the market right now. They hold $2.3 billion worth of Bitcoin, and they have just sold 7 to 8% worth of their Bitcoin thus far, and there's nothing saying that they won't stop. This may not be the end of it, as the market continues to believe they may continue to sell more. And with that in mind, I want to highlight this post here from Shai, one of Kaspa's developers and now a core part of their research team, talking about the double-edged sword that the Bitcoin maxis use in the Satoshi argument. Aren't the Bitcoin maxis relying on the myth of Satoshi just a bit too much? After all, there are egregious amounts of coins locked in ancient accounts, and people are kind of presuming that they would never move. As far as we know, these keys could be stored in a safe somewhere by a chaos agent waiting for Bitcoin to be sufficiently adopted by institutions before they dump it all to crash the economy. Now, he's not trying to say that this is the case, but it's just that this entire "our founder transcended the earth" narrative is silly and a double-edged sword, especially when sitting atop huge unclaimed coin reservoirs assumed by many to be forever lost. The ultimate message I get from Shai here is nothing is absolute. All investments, especially with crypto, are risky. Even with Bitcoin being the so-called godfather and the so-called safest crypto investment asset, with institutions now scooping up large amounts of Bitcoin, increasing its adoption and therefore soon its price, effectively now having more control over its price action and therefore the crypto market. Keep that in mind. So when crypto recovers, which it will recover in my opinion, I strongly believe that when it recovers, these institutions pump Bitcoin and crypto to new all-time highs. What is to say that these ancient accounts, these so-called lost accounts, holding a lot of Bitcoin, unfathomable amounts of Bitcoin, what's to say they just don't suddenly cash it all out? We don't know. which is you simply just don't know, which is why you need to do your own research and take precautions when making any investments, doing so at your own risk. So yeah, Bitcoin and crypto is bleeding right now. Kaspa right now is valued at 16.5 cents, down roughly 4.89%, 92% now on the daily time frame. And it's not financial advice, of course, but I believe personally that crypto in time, Bitcoin and crypto, the whole market will recover. I still believe it's going to be the most explosive bull market ever. Keep in mind that this is a market that should be lasting until Q4 2025. We've got over a year still of this bull market, and I believe that with all the developments going on with Kaspa right now, Kaspa will stem its bleeding in the crypto market better than most of the other crypto projects, and had the potential to reach $5 at least by the end of the bull cycle next year. Because right now, Kaspa addresses are closing in on another major milestone of 400,000 addresses, which is insane. Note that as addresses, not people, there is a difference, but it does showcase the growing belief and adoption of Kaspa even during such troublesome times. And it makes sense considering a week ago that Kaspa's hash rate was at 352 petahash per second, and now it's just achieved a new all-time high at 406.2 PHS in just 1 week. A 15% rise is insane. Kaspa is now at number 23 on coin market cap, climbing the ranks as people seemingly are capitulating their bags to move into safer long-term bets. And if you look at Kaspa's market chart since its founding, we can see here since its initial founding, you could argue that there is no safer bet than Kaspa for a long-term investment. And I'm saying like 10 years investment or so from now. I'm not saying anytime soon, I'm saying from 2035 sort of talk. Because Kaspa's market chart is so healthy to be launched in one of, if not the worst crypto bear market in history, and to be up over 88,000%, which is insane. The only other proof of work ever in history to be added on Marathon alongside Bitcoin, Kaspa is Bitcoin 2.0, to achieve all of this price action. The volume as well, which was $275 million in volume with no tier 1 spot listings. No Coinbase, no Kraken, no Crypto.com, no Binance, no Binance US, no OKX, no Gemini. No tier 1. So the question for you, why and when are these exchanges like Kraken and Binance or whatever, when are they going to list Kaspa? The third most productive proof of work in the world. Why have they, and when are they? It's rather baffling, truth be told. And my theory is based on two factors. It's risk and business. These exchanges, these crypto exchanges right now, they are all a business. They have employed people who have worked within these markets and have a very good understanding of them. Researchers, head researchers who want to know what's going on in the market right now. And as a business, which they are, their goal is to maximize their profits. Understand that. That's a very important thing to note. They have to maximize their profits. With the crypto market crashing right now, listing Kaspa would be unwise, as they probably would make some money, I'm sure, but they wouldn't make as much as they want to make. But once this market bottom edges closer, before its reversal, that would be the perfect time to announce a Kaspa spot listing. And of course, Kaspa didn't get a spot listing early on any tier 1s because it's a fair launch proof of work with no pre-allocation to developers and no pre-mining, and therefore no money that could be given to the exchanges to list Kaspa like the majority, if not all the other crypto projects did in the top 100 to get their tier 1 spot listings. Kaspa didn't do that. They have just been purely decentralized. The perfect cryptocurrency, if you will. And then lastly, and arguably the most important element, is the current Rust migration, groundbreaking technology which will allow Kaspa to incorporate 10 blocks per second onto the mainnet and make it 6,000 times faster than Bitcoin, which is insane, actually insane. But this migration isn't complete yet, and this migration is known as a hard fork. Hard forks carry risks from hackers entering the network to the code being incorrect and therefore could mess up the whole project. Until the migration is fully complete, it's again a risk that these exchanges may not be willing to take right now. But once it's done, smart contracts are on the way, Dagonite is in progress, the KRC20 Kasplex, which is already showing promising signs, there is no doubt in my mind that these exchanges, these tier 1s, Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, whatever it may be, they will not want to miss out on the explosive price potential Kaspa has from here. As I said, not financial advice, but I believe $5 potential by the end of 2025. Take this opportunity as a blessing, this crypto crash as a blessing and not a curse. DCA, do your own research, and remember, don't be emotional. Be logical.